So how many CSS properties we can change itself? N number of CSS properties we can change. There's no problem. So what is the exact transition meaning, sir? Changing the status of your HTML elements. Sir. Changing the status of HTML element is called as the transition. Suppose this is an original image. State, nothing but a status. This is actual original HTML tag. When I'm applying the transition, it's changing into this model. The size decreasing, sir. Not only decreasing, sir, we can also increase the size. No problem. Increase the size is possible, decrease the size also possible. Everything is possible. That's not a problem. So this is the actual or original size, the original appearance of the element. And this is the animated effect of the element. This is the animated effect of the element. So now the original element is slowly changing into this one. Whenever the animation is completed, again this animated mode 2, they come back to the original mode. Again animated mode 2, they come back to the original mode. So these type of operations are called as the transitions. These type of operations are called as transitions. Actually, transitions is a temporary operation only, sir. Permanently not happens. Means once playing the animation, whenever the animation is completed, they set back to again original position. So from original position to here animation playing. Again, whenever the animation is completed, they come back to the original position. Cycling process. Cycling process. So when it is playing the animation and when it is coming back to the animation cell, generally these animations are playing on H over. In generally, these animations are playing on H over. Whenever the mouse pointer comes onto the screen, then the animation is going to play. And the animation is going to play. Once the mouse comes outside, means H out. Hand over out. Hand out to separate thing not available, sir. Just I'm writing that, sir. So H out. What happens, sir? Animation status to original status, we are coming back. Animation status to original status, we are coming back. So if the mouse comes onto your tag, animation playing. If the mouse is exited from your tag, the animation come back to restores to the original status. The any type of animation we can play, sir. I already said here, any CSS property we can implement. We can implement any CSS property. How many CSS properties you have the awareness or knowledge, just everything. Borders, shadows, radiuses, wallpapers, background colors, foreground colors, gradient colors, whatever it may be. Positions, height, width, alignments, everything we can change. There is no objections in that one. Next, if I want to apply these transitions, what are the minimum things required and what is the syntax, sir? What are the minimum things required and what is the syntax required, sir? A basic syntax is this one, sir. You have to take one of the tag selector. You have to take one of the tag selector. Any selector, okay, not only tag selector. Universal selector, a tag selector, a ID selector, a class selector, something, whatever it may be. So take one of the CSS selector. Take one of the CSS selector. And inside that, we are going to write in the properties world values. Inside that, we are writing the properties world values. There's some property equals to value, some property equals to value. Initial assigning value is called as the old value. Old value means currently first status, sir. So this is old value. This is old value. And this is new value. This is old value and this is new value. So these old values right inside one selector. These new values right inside one selector. Two separate selectors. Two separate selectors generally we are implementing. Here we have the old value syntax only, sir. Slowly it will come, sir. The so-and-so selector followed by property old value, property old value, property old value. How many values you require, right? Those all the values here, right? And after that, apply the transition. This is we are starting, sir. It's one of the CSS property I said few minutes back. Concept is transition. Property name is also transition. So transition followed by on which property you want to apply the transition. On which component you want to apply the transition. Write that CSS property and how much time you want to play the transition. Write the time either in the seconds or in the milliseconds. Write the time either in the seconds or in the milliseconds. No problems or anything okay. Comma. If I want to do the another property, sir, then continue that one. Second property, time, seconds and milliseconds. Third property, time, seconds and milliseconds. Fourth property, time, seconds and milliseconds. Just take the comma separator and you can write any number of properties. You can write any number of properties. So how many properties you want to specify here? That is your choice, sir. How many properties you want to specify here? That is your choice. Property after time specification compulsory, sir. If you are not specified any time, by default system takes the 0. If you are not specified any time, by default system takes the 0. So if it is playing as a 0, what is the problem, sir? Animation we are unable to observe. Animation we are unable to watch it. So if you want to watch the animation clearly, neatly, we have to set some time compulsory. We have to set some time compulsory. So how many transitions we can play at a time, sir? How many you are interested? That number of, sir. So this is one transition. This is another transition. And one more transition, one more transition, one more transition, one more transition. But every property transition after comma compulsory. What we are mentioning, sir, just we are informing the browser, apply the transition effect on this list of properties. Apply the transition effect on this list of properties. That is the meaning. The property old value here available, sir. This property old value here it is available. And this property new value here it is available. Property same way. Old value in the above selector and new value in the below selector. This is old value and this is new value. What happens, sir? Animation playing from the old value to new value. Animation is playing from the old value to new value. In this top of this one picture I explained that is happens. This is original, sir. This is animated status. When is all these things are playing, sir? Whenever the H over is implemented. Generally, whenever the H over is implemented. Without H over also we can play it, sir, but feel missing. So if you want to observe the animation very clearly, better go for the H over. We know H over, sir. Couple of times we use it in our programs also. So this is one CSS selector. This is one CSS selector. This first selector contains the old values. Second selector contains the new values. Nothing but an first selector is representing the original status. And second selector is representing the animated status. When all these values are changing into these values, sir, whenever the H over is happens. Whenever the H over is happens. And how much time it is taking to change the old values to new values, sir? How much time it took to change the old values to new values or old status to new status, sir? That depends upon your time specification here. That depends upon your time specification here. Now we'll write a small example, sir. We'll get something better awareness and understanding also. Okay, now see that for easy understanding and for effectively, I easily, first I'm taking a small image set, an image I'm trying to apply the animation. The normal HTML tags also you can apply it, sir, but images comes more effective than the normal data. Hmm. So we'll take a small image here. First, we are displaying the image. IMG SRC equals to some car1 dot png. Car1 dot png. We'll check it once. This is the actual image, right? And now on this image, we are going to applying the animation. On this image, we are going to applying the animation. So go to the hairstyle. Go to the hairstyle and take the image tag selector. Image selector. Writing initial measurements of the image. Initial measurement. So width is 200 pixels. Width is 200 pixels. It's a old value. Old value in the sense original value of the image. Original measurement of the image. Old value, it's nothing but an original measurement of the image, right? Now you can test it here. So this is the width of the image. What is my requirement, sir? This is my mouse pointer. This is my mouse pointer. Whenever the mouse enter onto the car, enter onto the image, I want to increase the width of the car. The mouse pointer comes into the car area, or if mouse pointer over the image area, then I want to increase the width of the car. I want to increase the width of the car. Is possibility, yes, sir. Yes, sir. For that, we are applying the transition. I want to apply transition effect on car. Which effect, sir? Width, I want to increase it. Width, I want to increase it. So right here, transition. Transition. On which components, sir? Width. I want to apply the transition on width. How many seconds you want to play the transition, sir? Write the time also, sir. 2s. 2s is nothing but a 2 seconds. Otherwise, 2 ms. 2 ms. 2 ms is nothing but a 2 milliseconds. Milliseconds అయితే animation playing very faster, sir. Seconds అయితే with slowly playing, we are able to watch it. We are able to watch it. This is the old status, sir. Now, when you want to play this width animation, sir, when we want to play that width animation, whenever the mouse pointer comes onto the image. Whenever the mouse pointer comes onto the image. So img colon ho1, img colon ho1. This is, and inside that write the new width. Write the new width. The new width is 500 pixels. The new width is 500 pixels. So this is the old width, sir. This is the new width, sir. Indirectly, this is the original size, sir. This is the animated size, sir. Old status, new status. So now image moving from the old status to new status. Image changing from the old state to new state. For changing of that state, we are given the time for 2 seconds. When the status is changing, sir, whenever the mouse pointer comes onto that one. Whenever the mouse pointer comes onto that one. So this is the new value come new status. This is the new value come new status. Now go and check it once. So take the mouse pointer, place on the cursor. This is, see that once again. I'm just placing the mouse pointer, car size increasing. How much time, sir? 2 seconds. It's staying up. But when again it will come back, sir. Whenever the mouse pointer comes out. Whenever the mouse pointer comes out, then again they come back. How much time, sir? Again 2 seconds. Old status to new status 2 seconds. New status to old status 2 seconds. So this is the process. Here I just applied the width only, sir. Instead of width, we can change any of the thing. No problem. We can change any of the thing. Any CSS property we can change. Any CSS property we can change. Can you apply the multiple images like this, sir? Now just copy paste the same pictures. 3-4 pictures, same picture. I don't have the more pictures, sir. So some same picture I just copy pasted here. See that one. Whenever the size increasing one tag, but neighbor tags not getting the problem, sir. No problem, sir. That is browser will responsible of that one. Surrounding, if you have any tags, surrounding, if you have any tag, they're all automatically adjusting the positions. Those all are automatically adjusting the positions. Bottom tags, right side tags, left side tags, everything is adjusting the positions automatically. This is not program, sir. My mouse moving, the effect is coming like that. For that, I am not developed any program. Your mouse controlling will get the different effect like this. If you move the mouse normally only it looks like this. One after one. Simple. If you move the mouse to the abnormally and to the variety directions, you will get this type of discordance. So this is the first implementation, sir. Transition. Once again, I'm repeating here. See that one. So every HTML tag, they have the old status. That is nothing but an actual data. And that actual data we are changing into the new data. So this is the actual, nothing but an original status. This is original status, and this is the animated status. So this original status is changing into this animated status. When it is changing, sir, whenever the HOR is activated. How much time it is taking for changing this one, sir, or given time? How much time it is taking for changing the status, sir, or given time? So this is a with this basic formula, we can apply any number of animations. We can create any number of animations. Right now, moving to the next one, sir. Another explanation on this animation. This time I'm taking some division tags. Sir. I'm trying to show now the multiple transitions. The different tags, the different options I want to apply. Different tags, different options I want to apply. Different animations I want to apply. So for that, we need some long CSS operations. I'm taking here some division tags. I'm taking here some division tags. This is the division tag 1. ID equals to division 1. ID selector we are going to implementing here. And this is the another division tag. ID equals to division 2. ID equals to division 2. And division tag close. Content, sir. Content not required for me, sir, here. Content is not matter. Just a division box is enough. Because I'm applying the animation on box only. If you are interested, you can place data also. But data is not important here. Data is not matter here. So two division tags. Here coming to this, first division tags are ID selector, division 1. Set the measurements for the first division tag. So width equals to some 100 pixels, height equals to some 100 pixels. Width is 100 pixels, height is 100 pixels, first division tag. And transition, I'm applying on width. Transition, I'm applying on width. How much time, sir? 3 seconds. Transition time is 3 seconds. At the same time, division tag increasing or not, if you want to identify that one, background color compulsory. Because division tag actual color is white, screen color is also white. But box increasing or not, box expanding or not, you are unable to identify. Box increasing or not, box expanding or not, we are unable to identify that. So better apply the background operations. So background, I'm taking some red color. Background, I'm taking the red color, and this is the option. Next, apply the animation. So hash division 1, H over. Whenever you comes to the first division tag, whenever the mouse over on the first division tag, what to do, sir? I want to increment the width. So 500 pixels or 600 pixels, your choice. And close this. That's all. So first division tag width I'm increasing 100 pixels to 600 pixels. This is the old status and this is the new status. And this is the time to play the animation. How much time? 3 seconds of animation. Same pattern, second division tag also, sir. Same pattern, second division tag. Hash division 2. So what is that, sir? Width equals to once again 100 pixels. Height equals to 100 pixels. Background color changing, sir. Background color is blue. And transition is height. Transition is height. And the time is 3 seconds. Second division box, height changing. First division box, width changing, sir. Second division box, height changing. Sir, it is H over, sir. How can you use inline? Huh? What we have here, H over other H over, how can use in inline? And this is the second division tag, H over. What we are changing, sir? Height we are changing. How much, sir? As usual, 600 pixels. So this is the second division tag old value, and this is the second division tag new value. This is actual code, sir. Two division tags I'm creating with the two colorful boxes. These are the two boxes. Red box, green box. Red box expanding horizontally, green box expanding vertically. Red box expanding horizontally, green box expanding the vertically. Simple. Both playing at a time, sir. No, sir. Transitions at a time is not possible to play. One after one, it is going to play. It is playing the one after one. Any one way playing at a time, not all at a time. Now, program executing successfully, sir, are not executed, but it executes successfully. We'll make the small thing, sir. Width to height to, again here width to height. Two times we design the same properties. You can observe once. Background and it's not repeated because this is red color, this is the blue color. Transition with the width combination, transition with the height combination. That is not repeating. Width 100 to height 100. Width 100 to height 100. Two times repeated. Because of two division tags, I need the same measurements. Because of two division tags, I need the same measurement. But can you provide any shortcut for this one, sir? And instead of writing the multiple times, so yes, sir, we can use the division tag. Repetitive properties are the common properties what we have. Write those things inside the tag select. Shift these to the tag select to the little bit code reducing, sir. That's all. Our CSS knowledge we are trying to implement, utilizing nothing else. And you can remove here. That's all. A little bit of shortcut. And these two are the old values. These two are the old values. And this one is the new value. These two are the new values. Instead of writing multiple times, I just use shortcut simplified with our CSS knowledge, except that nothing special. Now see the animation. One after one only playing, both at a time not playing, sir. Remember that one. Because H over kada. Can you place the mouse pointer at a time on two tags, sir? Not possible. Because all these transactions are interlinked to H over. All these transactions are interlinked to H over. So mouse pointer placing at a time on the two tags is no chance at all, right? So one after one, we can play it. And you can control the meta mouse pointer with betterly. We'll get the feel. System not playing at a time, but we can manage with mouse pointer movement. We can manage with mouse pointer movement. Now check it. This is just mouse movement, sir. This is just mouse movement. And two animations not playing at a time. We are just controlling the mouse like that. Sir, maybe if any couple of students you have the voice problem, screen problem, that is your network side problem, sir. So try to disconnect and rejoin the session. Hmm? Couple of students they're dropping the message, voice not audible and screen not visible, sir. I think screen is visible properly and voice also getting properly. Hmm? Maybe couple of students your area problem or your signal problem or your mobile problem maybe. Hmm? Screen not visible and every student not visible. For you only not visible and problem your side only. Hmm? So who are dropping of 5 to 10 students? Voice not coming, screen not coming, voice not coming, screen not coming. For those, sir, everything is fine, sir. Because rest of all the students they're watching the screen and they're listening my voice also clearly. Couple of students only you are getting the problem. And you maybe your mobile problem, your network problem, right? Please don't drop the messages. If you have any problem, try to reconnect the session. Still problem is there, go for better sit in the good area where we are getting the better signal. Okay, so this is the another implementation here. First example to this example difference what's are in the first example I applied only one transition. This example I applied on the multiple transitions. The transition on the width and the transition on the height. Transition on the width and the transition on the height. It's moving to this one. One more option, one more example I'm going to show you, sir, here. Either division box or text box or image or buttons. You can take any of these things, sir. No problem. I'm going to apply the animation on the shadow. Sorry, not shadow. Shadow box tag around will get the some line. So that line we are going to apply the shadow. Because this is mostly we are watching in our websites, sir, especially in the UI user interfaces, especially in the user interfaces. So take the text box only, no problem. Input type equals to text box. Just that's all. And for this text box, I'm trying to implement a small animation here. So first of all, input tag I'm writing here. And I'm going to setting some shadow for that one. So box shadow. Box shadow. So what is the shadow, sir? Some 2 pixels, 2 pixels, and 15 pixels. Color shadow is red. So this is the x and y axis of the shadow, and this is the depth of the shadow, and now the color of the shadow, red color. The color of the shadow is red color. the actual shadow of the box. Then we want to apply the transition on the box shadow. We want to apply the transition on box shadow. How much time, sir? Just 1 second. Very quickly playing, sir. 1 second is the less time. First check the box. Now the text box here. Hmm? When you place the cursor here, we want to apply the shadow. When you place the cursor here, we want to apply the shadow. Before applying shadow, the boxes available, extra red color boxes, white color boxes. So better remove that one, sir. It's not looking good. The extra border is coming. See that. We know how to remove that one. Outline and border. Remember, one is the border, 0. Second one is the outline, none. Already we use it is for 1 or 2 applications at this option. Now the text box displaying normally. This is text box, you can type here. Already shadow is there, sir. What you are doing, sir? Nothing doing, sir. Just I'll show one small thing here. So take the input H over box shadow. So repeat this total property. And I'm changing the color for the shadow. And whenever you place the cursor, shadow color changing. This is for data entry purpose, you are placing cursor, shadow change. After completion of the data entry, we are coming out of that box. Well, again, shadow restores to normal model. Shadow distance also we can increase it, sir. Not only shadow color, shadow distance also we can increase. But actually 1 pixel available that we can change to 5 pixel, 5 pixel. Shadow expanding plus color is also changed. Expansion of, I'm not expanding here. If you are interested, you can write that one. Right here, some 3 pixels or 4 pixels or something, sir. But shadow elaborating also. Original distance of the shadow different, now current distance of the shadow is different. I am not interested to change the size, sir. I'm just interested to change the color only. Generally, in our websites, we are watching this one, sir. You want to play into something better, fastly, some more speed, sir. Go for the milliseconds. You're very quickly completing that one without taking that much of time. Maybe you observed or not, so many websites, user interfaces, we have this type of thing. Observed anybody? Have you seen? Colors red or green, I don't know, sir. But something colors available, and but the effect is comes like this one. But the effect is comes like this one. Next, to see that one more thing here. Another implementation in the same program. The same program, one more implementation, sir. How many text boxes you created like that? That all the text boxes is implementing, sir. That is not only because tag selector we developed. Not only text box, even password also it is applying. How password it is applying, sir? Which tag we used here? Input tag. Input tag means only text boxes, sir. Okay, we have 14 plus input elements together. 14 plus input elements available. So if you take any of these 14 plus input elements, this animation is automatically applied. Take any of the 14 plus input elements, this animation is applying automatically. Passwords or number box or text box or data, email ID or whatever it may be. Take any of that one, all input tags are got affected. Initially displaying like this. So see this one. So take the name, take the password and come out. Animation very fastly playing, sir. Animation very fastly playing reason is 0.3 seconds. 0.3 seconds I given. Next, can you move the shadow from one direction to another direction, sir? Yes, sir. Shadow moving. But whenever the sunlight is moving, our shadows also moving from one side to another side here. But sunlight available, not only sunlight, light is available left side. But when shadow is comes to right side. Light available left side here, so shadow comes to generally right side. So this is UV and light focus is here. So this is light focus. Shadow comes to here. The light focus moving like this slowly, what happens are shadow moving to this side. Correct the formula. Light in which direction moving, shadow exactly opposite direction moving. Now we'll implement that one, sir, here. Hmm. I'm taking a small image. I'm taking a small image. That image I placed in the division tag because I want to display the image in the center of the page. I want to display the image in the center of the page. So image tag I'm taking here and car1.jpg. Directly image not comes to the center, sir. That we know already very well. Couple of times I said that one. Because inline tags central element to generally not possible. Inline tags central element is generally not possible. So if you want to place any inline tag in the central element, you have to place inside one block level or one container level tag, then apply the alignment. Then apply the alignment. Now comes to here. Using tag style for getting into the alignment center. So this is the actual picture displaying in the center of the web page. So for this, we want to apply the shadow from the one corner to another corner. The shadow should move to from one place to another place. So this is image box shadow colon, write some 3 pixels and 3 pixels, 3 pixels and 3 pixels, and apply some shadow color. And this is the shadow color. Now image bottom side will get the shadow actually. This is the shadow for the image. You can take the more measurement also. This is the shadow for image. Now the shadow right now it's available in the bottom right corner. Currently it's available in the bottom right corner, right? So this one we have to move to the top of the screen. This one we have to move to the top of the screen. So take the IMG, H over. Once again here first we are informing the transition box hyphen shadow, box hyphen shadow, and repeat the same shadow with the same color, but measurements are the different. But measurements are the different. So what are the measurements? Plus 5, plus 5. Now I'm going to changing into minus 5 and minus 5. Plus 5, plus 5. I'm going to changing into the minus 5 and minus 5. The bottom corner to diagonally it is moving to the top of the screen. This is. It is suddenly moving. See that one, sir? There's just a single step it jumping. It's jumping like as a single step. Why it is jumping like as a single step, sir? And I'm not giving any measurement or time. Interval I'm not assigned, sir, here anything. I'm not assigned any interval. So it's jumping like this. If you are given interval, it's slowly moving and will get the animation feeling also. So comes to here, take a 2 seconds or 3 seconds. That corner to this corner and this corner to that corner. The measurements are your choice, sir. How much measurements you want to give it, that is your choice. Well, again, shadow coming to like this. Directional changing shadow. Here, remove color changing shadow. This is changing of the color shadow, and this one changing the direction of the shadow. Next one, can we change the multiple things on the same tag, sir? Can we change the multiple things on the same tag? Means number of options I want to change on the same tag, sir. Yes, sir, that is also possible. Number of things we can change on the same thing, it's possible. It's not a problem. I want to change the width of the same tag, height of the same tag, color of the same tag, background color of the same tag. 100% possible, sir. 100% possible. There is no doubt at all. Hmm? Then how to implement it, sir? Nothing else. Transition box shadow we mentioned together. Take the comma, write the second property. Take the comma, write the second property. Take the comma, write the third property. Take the comma, write the fourth property. Like that, any number of properties we can write it, sir. Just use the comma and we can write any number of properties, no problem. Now I'm going to showing how to apply the multiple properties or how to change the multiple properties. How to change the multiple properties on the same tag, sir. Minimum one property, maximum n number of properties. I said already. Minimum is one property, maximum is out one n number of properties. I said right. So see the last examples are here. This one and the transition. We are taking some h1 tag, or we can take the division tag also. That's not a problem. Some Naresh I Technologies H1 close. Naresh I Technologies H1 close. First of all, we are applying some properties to H1, sir. First of all, we are applying some properties to H1. Color we are setting initially, red color. The next size already we have big size only, sir. Initial size. Initial size we have already one big size only. That's not a problem. Next one, width of the H1 tag I'm going to applying here. I'm just applying the width of the H1 tag. Actually, width of the H1 tag full line it will takes. Why it takes the full line, sir? Because of the block level tag. Because of the block level tag. So full line I don't want. Based on my data, I have to adjust little bit. Based on my data, I have to adjust little bit. So I'm going to taking some 200 pixels. That is the width. Next, I'm going to applying the transition. Next, I'm going to applying the transition on color. On color. Next to width. Next to font size also. Color I want to apply it, width I want to apply it, and font size also I want to apply it. All the three things we want to apply at a time. So color, 3 seconds of time. Next font size, 3 seconds. Next to width, again 3 seconds. All are taking uniformly, sir, without any disturbances. Uniform అయితే all parallelly running. If you take the different timings at different measurements, one quickly finishing, one slowly finishing, we'll get the small problem. Problem nothing that could the uneven formation. Now take the H1 colon H over, H1 colon H over. So apply the color equals to blue, sir. The first property I'm applying the color. This next I'll apply it. Existing color of the my H1 tag is the red color. The red color slowly changing into the blue. So red color directly changing into blue color is possible, sir. Directly changing is not possible, sir. Red changing into some other shade, that one changing into another shade, that one finally changing into blue shade. So red directly not comes to the blue. Red is slowly changing their shades, one by one, one by one, one by one, two, three times after, then finally blue color is comes. So red to blue between a couple of colors available. Red and between couple of colors are available. I'm just applying a little bit magnifying. See that maroon available, purple available, something available, and finally blue is comes. This is the color shade changing. Next one, font size. I want to change it, sir. The color placing in the comments. We'll check it the font size. Font size equals to I want to change it to 70 pixels. By default, 31 pixels available, sir, because it's a H1 tag. It's a H1 tag. By default, 31 pixels available. So 31 pixels is now changing into the 70 pixels. The text size increasing now. Text size increasing. Why the text comes to the next line, sir? But I already said the width for H1 tag, na? So as per the width, it is going to moving like that. Width I control, sir. 200 pixels only I set the width to. So as per the 200 pixels, it's adjusting to the next line, sir. So text size also increasing. And now comes to here. Next to width, I want to increase it. Width also I want to increase it. So width increasing or not, if you want to identify it, we need the background color, sir. We need background color. Because without background color, width increasing or not, identification is not possible. That is 200 pixels. A yellow color box is 200 pixels, right? Now we are implementing the background color also. Sorry, width. Already with the 200 pixels available, that I'm going to approximately increasing to 600 pixels. Existing width is 200 pixels and new width is the 600 pixels. Width also increasing. Now apply the all at a time. One by one we tested, sir. Now we are applying all at a time. So change the color of the text, change the size of the text. At the same time, increase the width of the text. But now the data count not comes to multiple lines, single line only it available. Text color changing as sir. Yes. Width changing as sir. Yes. Text size changing. Yes. Tag width changing, tag height changing, and all the three properties successfully implementing, sir. my intention, multiple properties applying now possible or not possible. Even text changing is not my intention. Background changing is not my intention. My intention is this is more than one property, how to apply at a time. More than one transition, how to apply at a time. That is what I am showing here. The next I'm going to show you the second option, sir. Transforms. This is we worked up to now transition. Up to now we worked this as a transition. Now I'm going to showing the transform. So transform is also one of the predefined animations, sir. That is also like as this transition, transform also one of the predefined animation. And it is providing some predefined functions also to perform the animations, perform the graphical operations, to perform the visual effects changes. They're providing the ready-made functions. We're just going to utilizing those functions. The transitions, we don't have any functions. Based on the CSS properties we applied. Based on the CSS properties we applied. And here we have ready-made and predefined functions and listed functions names here. See that, sir. One is the matrix function. Second one is the translate. Another one is the translate. This is translate. This is translate X. This is translate Y. What is all our? These all are functions only, sir. All these are the functions. How can say it's a function only, sir? A brackets observe, sir. Once you will also get an idea. Every name ending we have the parentheses. So as per that, we are considering as a functions. Nothing special. So translate of XY, translate of X, translate of Y, translate of Z. X-axis, Y-axis, Z-axis. Mostly they supported the X and Y-axis. Few they supported the Z-axis also. What is the matrix means, sir? Moving element from one place to another place on the web page, sir. The different places I want to move my HTML element on the web page, sir. Yes, we can use the matrix format. Moving HTML element from the different places on the web page. How many places you want to move it? That number of coordinates you have to specify here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and something numbers available, sir. In the place of numbers, we have to specify the coordinates. How to specify the coordinates. Then from where to where you want to jump it? Write the first coordinate, write the second coordinate, write the third coordinate. Like that, how many coordinates we can use, sir? Matrix is nothing but a collection of values. Matrix is nothing but a collection of values. So you can give any number of coordinates, no problem, sir. You can give any number of coordinates, there is no problem. Minimum one, no, maximum based on your requirement. Next, what the translate is doing, sir? Translate is moving the component from current place to next place, current place to new place. Only single point, sir. Only single point. This is multiple points and this is the one single point. So currently tag available here, sir. From here to you can jump to any other location. Only one location. That's all. Over. Well, again, I want to jump to another location, sir. The translate not possible, sir. That scenario, you can take the matrix. So from this place to this place and this place to this place. And again, variety places we can move like that. But translate is supporting only current position to the next position. That's all. Translate is supporting the current position to the next position. What is this X and Y or something else, sir? Suppose this is my tag. I want to move from same line, baseline available, same baseline I want to move to here, sir. The X coordinate only we have to change. Now this is my tag. I want to move to like this, sir, vertically. Then we have to change the Y coordinate. So for that, to translate X available, translate Y is available. Coming all the functions also, X represents the changes effects only in the X axis, sir. Y represents the changes effects on the Y axis. Z represents the changes happens in the Z axis only. Which axis you want to move the component, or which axis you want to rotate the component, which axis you want to change the component, a corresponding function we have to choose. Mostly in all the functions, we have the X, Y, Z axis. X, Y in the sense of 2D, sir, Z in the sense of 3D, sir. So all these translates are moving from current place to the given position. Diagonally or horizontally or vertically depends upon the your given measurements. Next is scale. What the scale doing, sir? Scale, it's going to zooming and zoom out. The screen, bro, web pages, we are going to always applying the zoom in, zoom out like this. No? This is called as scale. We can zoom in the component, we can zoom out the component with the support of the scale. How much percentage you want to zoom in, write the percentage here. And the zoom in you want to apply on the x-axis or y-axis or z-axis also, you can clearly specify that one. I want to apply the zoom in only x-axis only, sir. Call the scale x. I want to apply the zoom in only in the y-axis, sir. Then call the scale y. Then call the scale y. Next, the rotate function, sir. It's rotating the component. It's rotating the component. So rotation means, sir, as per some this way it's rotating, or this way it is rotating, or this way it is going to rotating, or this way is going to rotating. The horizontal rotation, vertical rotation. Otherwise, diagonal rotation. Diagonally also it's going to rotating. Based on the function what you are calling. Clockwise direction rotating, anti-clockwise direction also rotating. Rotating the clockwise direction and it's rotating the anti-clockwise direction also. Positive degrees to clockwise rotation, sir. Negative degrees to anti-clockwise rotation. Positive degrees are clockwise rotations, negative degrees are anti-clockwise rotations. Next is skew. Skew actually is bending the component, sir. Skew is going to bending the component. Suppose this is my shape initially. If you apply the skew, it's going to slowly bending like this. This shape is changing into this shape. The horizontally changing a shape, vertically changing a sir. That depends upon your function again. If you use the x only, sir, skew x-axis only, it is bending that one. If you give the y into y-axis only, it is bending. Now, if you just use the skew only, sir, both axes it is going to bending. But this is what you are observing here. This is both axes. Normally, x-axis only if I implement it, sir. X-axis only if you implement it, the shape is comes like this. Y-axis only if you implement it, the shape is comes like this. Original shape, sir. This changing into this one, this changing into this one, this changing into this one. One is the only x-axis, one is the only y-axis, one is the both axis, both. So, shape of your HTML component is going to change. So these are the different predefined functions to apply the transitions, sir. Next, transform to transition. What is one major difference, sir? Like as transforms, we don't need any special old status or new status or not required, sir. You can directly implement it. And here we don't need any properties. The function names observe, sir, once. I'm just applying some coordinates, some measurements, some degrees on it. The height, width, color, background color, we are not mentioned. We are not specified anything here. We are not specified anything here. So properties specification not required. Timings are not available here. Animation directly playing. When it is playing the animation, sir, In generally, when you are loading the page, the animation is going to play. The transforms are applying automatically without any event, without any occasion. While loading of the page, the transforms are directly applying. So HO is not required, timings not required, property specification also not required, old value, new value is also not required. No old value, no new value, no HO also, no time specifications. And this one is automatically playing when it is playing, sir, while loading of the page. While loading of the page. Now, at the time of loading of the page, your control not available, sir. If the animation was playing while loading of the page, generally our control is not available. Our control is generally not available. Hmm. Automatically it is playing, sir, without our interference, without our presence, or without our operations. That is what I am saying. Now see the effect. This is my H1 tag. The initial position of the H1 tag is the mostly top of the web page, sir, because that is the first element. That is the first element. So obviously it is placing in the top of the web page in the first line. The top of the web page in the first line generally. Hmm? I'm going to writing H over transform. Which function you want to perform? Call that function with the proper coordinates, sir. So we have some transition, translate to matrix to skew, rotate to something functions available. See that I'm going to calling one of the function that's called as the translate. I'm going to calling here first initially this translate with x and y coordinates. With x and y coordinates. So translate of some 100 pixels comma 100 pixels. Translate of 100 pixels comma 100 pixels. This is we don't know. See that one last four examples what we applied. So nothing is available here. Old no, new no, timers no, or something no. Directly I applied on the H1 tag transform. Which type of transforms are in the translate are required, and that is the 100 and 100 pixels. Now this animation playing while loading of the page. That's all. Whenever the page opens, at the same time that animation is playing. I'm opening the page here. Directly tag comes to here. So originally this location here, but it is moved to this one. Why diagonally moving? See here, why diagonally moving, sir? And we given the both measurements on. Suppose if I given only one measurement, sir, we have to use the translate x, sir. You have to use the translate x. Only horizontally moving this one. If you use the translate y, it's moving only vertically. When you use the both measurements, it's going to moving the both sides. 100 comma 200 pixels. 100 comma 200 pixels. So translate or translate X or translate Y. What are the thing you required? You can use any of those things. Next, I'm going to displaying one small image. Rotate option I'm going to showing here. Rotate option I'm going to showing here. So initial width of the image is okay, actual picture, how much size available, we'll see. So this is the original picture. Original picture, this one. Okay, size okay. Now I want to move to that one. Image, transform, rotate. How many degrees, sir? 120 degrees I want to rotate it, sir. It's rotating the picture 120 degrees. Which direction, sir? Clockwise direction, sir. Which direction means it's rotating in the clockwise direction. So next I'm going to writing 220 degrees. Actually, this is original output. While loading of the page, the image comes directly with the rotation system of the 220 degrees. We are running step by step together. Maybe you are feeling it's like you're rotating, sir. Normally, it's not visible. Directly, it's rotating. Before loading the page, it's going to rotating directly like this. Anti-clockwise also rotating, sir. So you can take the minus 220 degrees. Anti-clockwise rotation. And now you can also write the rotate x only. Rotate x followed by 45 degrees only. Only x-axis rotating, sir, this one. X-axis wise, it's rotating. Rotated as sir. Yes, sir, it's rotated. Actual picture is not like that. This is original picture. Now I'm going to applying the rotate the image at the 45 pixels, 45 degrees. Next, rotate Y, sir. Rotate Y of the 45 degrees. This is Y rotation 45 degrees. In this also again negatives to positives both available, sir. Negative angle and positive value both available. We can rotate in any way. Image rotating. So rotate to, rotate X to, rotate Y, rotate Z. All the things we can use. So one small problem what's current while before opening the page, animation completed. Before loading the complete page, animation completed. The animation playing or not a feel missing, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Program executed successfully, but animation playing or not a feel missing. Then what to do, sir? We want to slowly, if you play that animation, if you slowly play that
Recording
animation,
stopped.
it's possible, sir. If you slowly play that animation, it is possible. How to play the animation slowly, sir? This concept and previous concept try to combine. Transitions with the transforms. transitions with transforms. If we combine that one, sir, and then we'll get the slow animation playing and our functions also work. Apply the transition with the combination of transforms, we'll get the some better results and better effective also. Better results comes and better effectiveness also comes. So how can apply that one, sir? See that combinations of the two things. Combinations of the two things. I want to perform the transform, but slowly, not fastly. Slowly, I want to perform it. When sir, generally, whenever I place the mouse pointer, that I want to perform it. So go to the image, take the last concept transition, colon, apply the transform. How much time, sir? 3 seconds. So first animation is applying on the second animation. Only transform it. Which transform, sir? Which transform that we have to specify in the H over. Which transform that we have to specify in the H over. So go to EMG H over. Go to EMG H over. And right here, transform. I want to perform the transform. Rotate, sir. How many degrees? 100 degrees I want to rotate it, sir. That's all. Apply the transition 3 seconds on transform. Which type of transform you want to perform it, sir? I want to rotate my picture 100 degrees in the positive angle, the clockwise direction. When the picture is going to rotating, sir, whenever the H over comes. Whenever the H over comes. So see this one. So take the mouse pointer, car rotating, sir, 100 degrees. Car rotating 100 degrees. Now negative angle. This side rotating that one. Now x-axis. Rotate x-axis with the positive degrees. X-axis rotating. Now rotate y-axis. Positive 100 degrees. So which direction we want to rotate it, that direction we can apply it, sir. Rotate Z is also possible. Z axis. By default, actually, the three-dimensional rotation. Rotation, if you are not interested, you can go for any other options, sir. Scale or something like that. So once again, transform, scale, followed by 1.1 percentage. What is the 1.1 means, sir? 1 means 100, sir. As per that calculated. 1.1 in the sense 110 percentage. What the scale doing, sir? I just explained, sir, magnifying. Your original size or 10% increasing, sir. Actual size of the any HTML tag 100% available. That 100% component increasing to 110 percentage. The 10% size increasing both width wise and height wise. Both width wise and height wise for any tag. For any tag, the size is going to increasing. Slowly increasing, sir, very slowly because timer so much. I'll reduce the timer 400 milliseconds. This is the option. This option we have a lot of websites here, sir. This option we have the lot of websites. Maybe you observed or not, I don't know. So many websites we have this option. The magnifying, sir. If I want to reduce the size, sir, go for below one, sir. 0.7. 0.7 means actual size is 100% available. Now it is reducing to 70%. The original size is 100% available. It's reducing the size. Zoom in, zoom out. Previously one, this one, this. Now it's a reducing x-axis or y-axis, sir. Both, sir. Both reducing. I want to reduce only x-axis only, sir. Then write the scale x. Only x-axis are reducing. Height not changing. See that. Width only changing. Height not changing. Only width only changing. If you write the y-axis, sir, height only changing, width not changing. It is zoom applying, but only height zoom only apply. Height only zooming, width not zooming. Then z-axis. We can magnify and we can, zoom in possible, zoom out possible. X-axis or y-axis or whatever it may be your choice. Next is skew. I'm going to explaining, sir, here. Another option, skew. Transform followed by skew, followed by 10 degrees, comma, 20 degrees. The actually z-axis, sir, both sides it's going to apply by default. X-axis plus y-axis, both combination it's going to apply. What happening, sir? Image bending, sir. Image bending. X-axis bending and y-axis also bending. Now I need only x-axis only, sir, and you can write skew x only here. See that one. Same thing in y-axis. And again, positive angle, negative angle. Now the upward bending, see that? Upward bending. Now I need the downward bending, sir. Use the minus degrees. Downward bending. And here also x-axis also is the same thing, downward bending. Forward, backward. Horizontal kada, so forward, backward. Vertical aithe up or down. When you write the both angles, it's going to bending. The degrees, so how much you want to give, that is your interest as per your requirement. Can you apply the all at a time, sir? Yes, sir. Just remove the comments. Then over DJ mix it will come. Just remove that comments. So rotating plus scaling plus skewing also. Final output what it will come, sir. Bismillah bath happens, sir. Final output is becomes as a Bismillah bath. Simple thing. Hmm? Yes, if you are interested or you need that type of operations, 100% we can apply. That's not a problem. 100% it's valid also. I'll show that example also. Couple of things how to apply it. I'm taking the transform 2 seconds. Image only I'm going to applying, sir. We want to apply the multiple options at a time. I want to rotate the image. I want to rotate the image. At the same time, we want to zoom the image. We want to rotate it. At the same time, we want to zoom it. Both required. So you can take like this here, transform, colon, rotate, rotate, 360 degrees, sir. The full angle it's going to rotating, complete circle. At the same time, another function. Another function that actually you have to apply like this, sir. Transform followed by some scale, followed by 150. Image size increasing. At the same time, image rotating also. Two options are going to help you. But you don't need to write the transform 2 times, sir. Then what to do, sir? First transform, space, second transform, space, third transform. If you want to apply the multiple functions, just take the space between the one function to another function and write all the functions here, what you want to apply. Don't use the comma. Previous explanations comma, sir, but this explanation space. So first two function, second function, third function, fourth function, up to n number of functions we can apply. N number of functions we can apply. So two functions applying with the 2 seconds of time. 2 seconds of time. I'm just getting the picture into center, sir. Taking one division tag. Small style applying here. XA line, center. And you can take the couple of images. There is no problem. Special effects, sir. What is the size of the image, sir? Control the size, sir. You can change the images, not this one. We'll go for another image. Three images I'm taking. CEH. These are the three pictures, but having different sizes, so better control into the image size. So width of the image, 200 pixels. I'm taking uniformly, sir. And height also I'm taking 200 pixels. For uniformity, look like as a gallery appearance. 200 small sizes look like as. So 300 by 300 every image size, right? The next one, I'm applying a small gap between the image to image. Margin I'm going to apply. Small gap, 30 pixels all the corner. 30 pixels all the corner. For rotation system, I'm going to write it like this. That three images ready, and we already applied the rotation and scale also. We already applied the rotation and the scale both. So this is picture rotating plus at the same time it's zooming also. And again reverting to small size. Rotation plus big size. Again reverse rotation plus original size. Like that the same this, and again this dog pets also. If you move the mouse with a little bit fastly, we'll get this type of image. Zoom applying a sir. Yes, applying. Rotation is going on a sir. Yes, rotation is also going on. How many degrees you want to rotate it? That is sir. 1360 degrees also you can rotate it. That's not a problem. How it is possible, sir? And you see that one. Observe now. On a Diwali, Vishnu Chakra, Bhu Chakras are rotating together. So like that. Animation. Bhu Chakras are rotating like this only other. Very fastly rotating. Reason this timing is the reason, sir. If you want to rotate that one, you can take this some long time, slowly rotating. The 10 seconds, if you take like that, it's little bit slowly rotating. But feel good. Abhu Chakram or Vishnu Chakram feeling not comes. Hmm? So transition, transform combination, and how to apply the multiple transforms also I explained here, sir. With the space, we can write it. So many functions available. No? Write all the functions, no problem. All mixing results are comes. That's not a problem. But scale, if I'm not interested, sir, and you can apply the skew and take some degrees, 15 degrees. It's not looking that much of that. The effective not available, that much of effective. Scale is the more effective. In this situation, in this scenario, not other scenarios. All these are the predefined cells. Not anything is ours. Everything is predefined. What about our own animations, sir? Instead of depending on these predefined functions to translate something, something, sir. Yes, we can develop our own animations also, sir. That is called as the custom animations. It's nothing but an custom animations. How to develop it, sir? For that, we have the special procedure and special syntax also. Hmm. Oh, 10 minutes, take the break, sir. Then I'll continue the custom animations.
Recording in progress.
And see the next one, animations. Nothing but an custom animations. With the support of some predefined CSS selector support, we can develop our own animations, sir. If you are interested, you can use the predefined animations. And if you want to write anything your own, the scale or rotator, like that, fixed options available. I want to rotate in the different directions, sir. As per the directions, you can write your own code, no problem. 100% allowed that one. That's not a problem. So how to create our own animation and what is an animation and how to map this one to our HTML tags, sir. Animation is nothing but a group of properties, sir. Animation is nothing but a group of properties, or group of transforms, or group of transitions. So group of properties making some changes at a time is called as the animation. Our group of transforms applying at a time is called as the animation. Group of properties and our own animations and group of transforms and developing our own animations at the same time calling predefined animations also. How it is possible, sir? As per your C programming, Java programming knowledge, when you are developing the user-defined methods, you are writing your own logic. User-defined methods are user-defined functions. You are writing your own logic. Own code is available. At the same time, we have to call predefined functions also whether compulsory. 99% of the cases, so your own function should contain the predefined functions calling statements. Without using the predefined, so very rare cases you are developing the logic set. In Java, when you are developing your own methods, in C language, when you are developing your own functions, you have to write your own code. Plus, you should access the predefined also. No, sir, I never accepted the access to the predefined. I never called the predefined. I always developed our own code only, sir. Maybe it becomes as a miracle, sir. And eighth wonder world record, Guinness Book of Records also. Hmm? Generally, I think not possible, sir. In generally, not possible. So, like that, while developing of your own animations, we can write our own properties. What are the changes expecting? At the same time, at the same time, we can call the predefined things also. So we have two types of animations. Sir. One is the 2-point animation. Second one is the multi-point animations. So we can develop the animations in the two formats or two patterns. So 2-point animations. The starting point, ending point only available. That's all. A number of points not available. Only starting and ending point only available. That is called as the 2-point animation. And second one is multi-point animation. Like as our multi-dimensional arrays. So any number of points we can place it. Point 1, point 2, point 3, and the status 1, status 2, status 3, status 4, status 5, like that. Any number of points we can place it, sir. So that's not a problem.
Recording
It's 100%
stopped.
supporting that one. Or how to create the animation, sir? If you want to create the animations, we have to use the keyframes. One of the CSS class, sir, that one actually. Our point of view, the selectors, original coding point of view, it's one predefined class. So at the rate keyframes we are using for designing of our own animations. At the rate keyframes we are using for designing of our own animations. So this is 2-point animation syntax. The starting ending points only level. At the rate keyframes followed by write your own animation name. Last explanations I said transform is the name of the animation. Scale is the name of the animation. Skew is the name of the animation. Write that, write your own animation. My animation, Shiva animation, Ramesh animation, Lakshmi animation, or moving animation. You can write any type of animations like that. Any type of animation we can write. Any name we can write. And inside that, the from and to. From is the keyword. Both are predefined, sir. Red colors all are the predefined. Red colors all are the predefined. For your identification purpose, I given that one. So this is the animation starting point, from means, and this is the animation ending point. So animation starts with these values, and my custom animation ends with these values. Custom animation starting point, custom animation ending points. How many properties we can write here, sir? Your choice, sir. Minimum one CSS property, maximum n number of CSS properties. Minimum one property, maximum n number of properties. Along with these properties, we can also call the predefined transforms also. Along with our CSS properties, we can also call the predefined also. So CSS property colon value comma CSS property colon value comma and next here we can call some transform, scale, translate, matrix, something call it. Well, again continue this one. Minimum one properties are or minimum one transform, maximum your interest. So from is the starting point of custom animation, to is the ending point of custom animation. Animation starts with this point, animation end with this point. That's all. Non-stop animations. On buses, non-stop buses, non-stop flights available. They're starting from one place. Suppose this is Hyderabad, and suppose this is some Vizag. So Hyderabad to Vizag, non-stop, sir. And once if you take off this one, and landing is again takeoff is here only. You know, no middle stops. Maybe middle stops if anything available just for chai and fresh up operations like that only. And second one is the multi-point animation. Multi-point animation means, sir, journey starts from Hyderabad, sir. We want to go for the destination Vizag. Hmm? But middle we have the lot of stops, that is called as lot of halts are available. Suppose Hyderabad to city one, next biggest city one. Suppose next one more halt at the next second biggest city. Next one more halt, and then finally we reaches to Vizag. Sorry. This is non-stop, sir, and this is multi-stop, sir. This is multi-stop and this is non-stop. So this is the 2-point animation and this is the multi-point animation. The points we can write it, sir, clearly. How can specify these points, sir? Syntax observe, sir, clearly. At the rate keyframes followed by your name of animation. At the rate keyframes followed by the name of animation, right? A percentage is available. Percentage meaning I'll explain in the program. So this is the point 1, this is the point 2, point 3, point 4. And I given the syntax for the 5 points. These are the 5-point animation and I given the syntax for the 5 points. 5 points not interested, either 50 points also you can take. 50 points also you can take, no problem. Just an awareness point of view, 5 points are given. The first syntax to second syntax difference available. Second, first syntax from to, that's all. Second syntax from to 1, to 2, to 3, to 4, to 5, and final destination. And final destination. Percentages meaning we don't know, sir. In example, I'll explain that meaning. In curly brackets inside, same part only. Properties are transforms. Number of properties, number of transforms are combination of properties and transforms. So we developed our own animation here. That's all. We defined our own animation here, right? But this animation on applying on which tags, sir? No idea. This animation is applying on which tags, sir? That is no idea, sir. No idea. Because like a tag name not available, sir. We don't have any tag name. For how to apply this one, sir? For that we need the mapping code, sir. On ID selectors, so class selectors while developing, we are writing some mapping code, sir. The type of mapping code we have to write. The type of mapping code we have to write. Where we have to map, sir? Where we have to map, sir? So see bottom we have the mapping code. Take one of the tag selectors at ID or something something, and inside that we have to write the mapping code. Inside that we have to write the mapping code. So six options I given here, sir. Six or five options. Sir. Which animation you want to apply on this tag? Write that animation name, animation duration, direction of the animation, delay of the animation, and iteration count of the animation. Iteration count of the animation. These all are the mapping steps, sir. All these are the mapping steps. We developed already animation here, so just write that animation name here. Just write that animation name. Next one, how much time you want to play that animation? May specify the time. And which direction you want to play that animation? Write the direction. Normal or reverse or alternative. By default, normal available, sir. If you don't want the normal, you can go for the reverse and or you can also go for the alternative. Next, animation delay. Generally, there is no delay, sir, by default. If you want to interested, you can set the delay animation. Animation play after some time. Animation playing the late, lazy animations, we are calling those. Normally, these animations are playing while loading of the web pages, sir, generally. Whenever the web page is open, then immediately animation is going to starting automatically. No, sir, I don't want to start immediately, sir. I want to start after some time, sir. Then use the fourth one, animation delay. Then it becomes as a animation lazy. Last one, animation iteration count. How many times animation playing generally, sir? In generally, animation is playing only one time only, sir. In generally, animation playing only one time only, right? If you want to play any number of times, five times or six times or 10 times or something else, you can go for the write the count. How many times you want to play that animation? That count we have to specify, sir, clearly. And we can also write infinitive also. Infinitive means, sir, it's never going to stopping, sir. Infinitive is nothing but it's never going to stop stopping. It's always continuously playing the animation. It's always continuously playing the animation. So these are the mapping steps for the animations. Which one? First two lines అయితే compulsory, sir. Name of the animation is compulsory, and duration of the animation is also compulsory. The rest of three properties based on our requirements we can use. Based on our requirements we can use rest of the. But first one, second one is the compulsory. The first one, second one is compulsory. So these all the things can you write in the shortcut also, sir? Yes, sir. Shortcut also available. The shortcut is animation. The shortcut was animation. Animation colon, write all these properties one by one, one by one, one by one. We have a lot of CSS properties, shortcuts available, are like that. So now we'll write the program, sir. Once again, conclusion. Develop the animation, any of these two models. And after that, you have to map these animations to some so-and-so HTML tag. Mapping compulsory. Without mapping, it never would accepting, sir. The mapping code for that what we require, sir, and these supporting properties required. While developing of your own animations, inside you can use the CSS properties as well as inside you can use the predefined functions also. Predefined functions
Recording in
also you can use
progress.
that. That's not a problem. So at the rate keyframes, at the rate keyframes, followed by the name of the animation. I'm taking some A1, anim1. First, I'm going to showing the 2-point animation, sir. Then we'll go for the 4-point, multiple points animation. 2-point animation, first one. So from open bracket, close this one. Next to 2, open bracket, close this. Within these curly brackets, we can write minimum one property or minimum one transform. Minimum one property, minimum one transform. Anything we can write, no problem. So first point, yes, sir, I'm changing some colors, sir, for easy understandability. Background color I'm changing. Whose background color, sir? That is, we have not decided it, sir. That we have to decide in the mapping process. That we have to decide it mapping process. So I'm taking background color green. Starting background color green and ending background color, sir. Ending background color some red. Ending background color is red. So animation ready. So if I take the any HTML tag animation playing there, sir. No, sir, it doesn't place any animation. It doesn't place any animation because the mapping is not done. Mapping is not done, so it's now never playing any animation. Then what to do, sir? Map this animation to this H1 tag. The inline mapping you want to do now, internal mapping you want to do now, external mapping you want to do now, that is your interest, sir. Anywhere we can develop. Mapping we can write anywhere. But animations must be developed internally or externally. Actually, the externally, for our easy convenience, we are writing internally only. Mapping we can do anywhere. So take the H1 tag and inside that write animation hyphen name. What is your animation, sir? Anim1. Next, what is my animation duration, sir? Animation duration is 2 seconds. Close it. This animation applying on all H1 tags. That animation is applying on all H1 tags. How many H1 tags we have in our program? That all H1 tags are going to apply, sir. Animation directly playing. See that one. Only once. Hey. Animation playing only one time. Well, again, I want to play the animation, sir. Refresh it. See that, sir? Just for your, I'm magnifying that one. Now observe. Green color slowly changing to red color, then program stop. Why one time only playing the animation, sir? I already said, sir, it's a default setting. It's a default setting. So if you want to play the animation again and again and again, we have to refresh the page or reload the page. Without reloading is not possible, sir. Without reloading also possible, sir. Some options I explained, the other options, those we have to use. Now instead of H1 tag, I'm going to applying the full body, sir. Instead of H1 tag, I'm going to applying the full body. The whole page color changing, see that one. Refresh, green slowly changing into red. Refresh, between the green and red, other colors also available. Observed. Reasons are one color directly changing into another color is not possible with the generally. So green slowly changing into another shade to that one. This is the 2 point animation. It's playing only one time only, sir, and then we can go for the settings, sir. Count settings are available. The count settings we can. So by default, this animation playing only once, sir. And when this animation playing, sir, while loading of the page only, that animation was played while the loading of the page. Page loading, animation playing, both the same thing happens, sir. Page loading, animation playing, both same thing happens. Can I map the same animation for the multiple tags, sir? Why not? Next example, I'll show that. Once if you develop any animation that we can apply on any number of tags, no problem. Suppose my anim, suppose my anim. What we want to change, sir? Text color I'm going to change it, sir. Text color from time point to 2 point. For which tag, sir? Which tag you can decide it yourself, no problem. H1 tag. But how many H1s are available? That all H1s text color is going to change. How many H1s available? That all H1s text color is going to change. Here we have the hello world already. Hmm? You can observe, sir, refresh. Color change is completed, then restores with the original color black. My actual data color is black. Animation starts from green color, animation ends with red color. Whenever the animation completed, come back to the original color black. One time animation. One time animation. Next, I need one more H1 tag, sir. Sure. So, hello world, welcome. Two H1s are playing at the same time, sir. Two H1s are playing at the same time. No H overs. I'm not moving any mouse pointer, sir. If you move the mouse pointer, also animation not playing. That animation playing at the time of page loading only. Animation was playing at the time of page loading only. No H overs required. We are not implemented any H over here. See that directly map it to H1. Hmm? So same animation applying on the multiple tags. But all are H1s only, sir. H2 no, sir. You can write H2 also. If I write the H2, what happens, sir? Here we mention only H1 tag, sir. So H1 only affected, H2 not affected. What to do for the H2, sir? H2 also, if you want to map it, do one thing. Write one class selector. Write all these animation mappings inside one class selector and map that class to all H. How many tags you want to apply the same animation for those? H2 not division tag or something, text box or buttons or whatever it means. Anything is okay. Even buttons also we can take. Submit buttons available. Class equals to C. Button color also changing, sir. But when button color changing, sir, while loading of the page. No, sir, I want to change the button color at the H over, sir. H over, you want to change it? We need extra coding. Extra coding required. But class selector not necessary. All colors are changing at a time. See that. Button colors, H1 color, H2 color, all colors are changing. Refresh, all are changing. Headings are changing, loading of the page and okay sir, reasonable. But button changing also, loading of the page not reasonable, not acceptable sir. But do one thing sir, remove this class. Alright, directly your button selector. Same thing. Here, go for H over. Same animation using for the different tags with the different scenarios also. Same animation, 2 times playing directly. The same animation, 1 time playing when you move the mouse pointer onto that one. Animations same way. Button animation not played sir. Again refresh. H1, H2 playing, or button not playing. So when the button playing sir, whenever the H over is happens, then button. Once place the button, animation they're continuing that one. The timer you can reduce it, sir. Buttons that much of time not necessary, sir. I need fast. So 600 milliseconds. Animation name same, but mapping's process is different for the different effects and the different reasons. So same animation mapping to multiple times, multiple tags with the different modes, with the different modes also. Next one, but animation playing only once only, sir. Yes, but I want to play couple of times animation, sir. The animation iteration count and an option is available, sir. What I explained in the theoretically. Animation iteration hyphen count. So write how many times you want to play the animation. 5 times. Once if you load the page, once if you load the page, 5 times animation continuously playing, sir. Back to back, back to back. Continuously 5 times playing animation, then silently sitting. So I'm refreshing the page. Start that one. First time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, over. That's all. 5 times it is playing animation. So when you are loading the page, continuously back to back, it is playing the animation 5 times that, then it is stopping. Then it is stopping. So by default, 1 time it is playing, but now it is playing the 5 times. No, sir, I want to play the continuously, sir, lifelong. How much time my web page is open, that much of time I want to play the animation. Then you can go for infinite. Remove the 5, write infinite. It never ending, sir, animation. Animation is never going to end. How much time you open the page, sir, that much of time it's playing continuously. If you want to stop that playing, you just close the browser. If you want to stop that playing, you have to close just browser, that's all. Next, animation direction is available, one option, right? This one I'm placing in comments, sir. Animation direction I'm going to implementing. Normally, but animation from which point it is starting? From ending to. Starting point of the animation from ending point of the animation to. But now I want to start the animation from to, end with the from, sir, reverse direction. The previously animation playing green to red color, sir. Now it is going to playing the red to green color. Animation starts with red color, ending with green color. Reverse operation. Once again, refresh. Ready to green. So generally in this reverse place, normal ever. This is normal. Instead of normal, we place it the reverse now. One more option is available, sir. That is alternative. Alternate. Meaning, sir, green to red to ready to green. Again, green to red to ready to green. Forward, backward like that. Alternative in the sense, man oscillations are pendulum available. How the pendulum is moving inside the clock. So first is going to this side. Next to reverse to this side. And again reverse to this side. So this is called as alternative. This is called as alternative. So it's moving in that alternative direction. First starting with the green, green to red, then ready to green back. Ready to count required, sir. You can observe that one. Red, green to red, ready to green, green to between we don't have any gap. These are the supporting options. One more option is available, that is animation delay. That in next example, I'll cover that one. So which animation you want to apply on the tag, how much time you want to play the animation, how many times you want to play the animation, and which direction you want to play the animation. The same animation we can map to multiple tags for the multiple settings also, there is no problem. Next, I'm going to showing the multi-point animation, sir. With 2 points animations together. Now I'm going to showing the multi-point animation. Mm, So this time I'm going to taking some small image, not big image, just a small picture. Download a small picture. And observe now here also. When I'm moving the mouse pointer, observe or current explanation, not current, previous explanations. I'm placing on every image a shadow changing. Observe. Now images doesn't have the any shadow. When I place the mouse pointer, shadow comes. A transition effect, sir. Google Images also we have the transition effect. See that one. Actually, I'm searching for the transparent background, but it's not showing any transparent backgrounds. Okay, I'm taking this picture. So a small picture prepared, sir. This we are going to moving on the screen, the different places. So smile.png, transparent required, sir. Those are all not transparents. Every image background available, sir. Transparent images are separately available. I know that one, sir. PNG is also background available. Who said PNG is not available background? Huh? Without knowing it, we are conducting the session, sir. Huh? Internet knowledge trying to implement on that one, half knowledge. Huh? So smiley.png. Once check it, this one, sir. This is the smiley. Actually, here we have the backgrounds are originally, but almost to matching to white color. So we are not getting any odd look. It's a PNG picture at this one. Hmm. Okay, now image ready. This image we want to move in the different places, sir. For different places together. So different coordinates ready required. Animation name is moving. Animation name is moving. Here I'm writing some 20 percentage. Percentages meanings I explain after execution of the program. So left to 5 pixels, left to 5 pixels, semicolon, top 5 pixels. So what happens, sir? Already image available in somewhere, yes, sir. From that position, so it jumping to 5 pixels. The indirectly margin, sir. Left to top is nothing but a left margin and right top margin. When I change that left margin, top margin, what happens, sir? Our image moving diagonally. Our image going to moving diagonally. Only left if I change, sir. Image moving horizontally. Only top if I change, sir. Image moving vertically. If I change the both, sir, image moving diagonally. The 20%, sir. Like that, I'm taking the multiple points. Like that, I'm taking the multiple points. 4 5 points I'm going to taking here, sir. So this is some 45 percentage. This is some 60 percentage, and this is 100 percentage. What is this 40 percentage, sir? I'll explain, sir. Please wait. So first point to 5 comma 5 pixels, left margin and top margin. And the second point, sir. So left to 1000 pixels, left to 1000 pixels, top to 600 pixels, top to 600 pixels. Next to one more, sir. So left to, as usual, 1000 pixels, top to 5 pixels. And this one, sir. Left to 5 pixels, top to 600 pixels. I'm controlling the image to my required coordinates, sir. Expected moving is actually image available initially here. Image initially available here, 5 comma 5 pixels. So from this point to 1000 comma 600 and almost moving to this edge. The second point, the first point. After 1000 comma 600 to we are jumping to 1000 comma 5 pixels and almost in the same line vertically moving like this. The same line vertically moving like this. And after that it is moving to this corner again. So this is the first point. This is first point. And this is second point. This is the third point. And this is the fourth point. Accurate, no, sir. Roughly we are getting into the same places, right? Next one, mapping for image tag. Take the IMG. Name of image is moving. Animation name is moving. Duration 10 seconds. Alternative I don't want, sir. Initially one time I am rotating the image. Initially I am rotating only one time. And before applying of this one, you must set one property, sir, that is called as position absolute. Position absolute. The coordinates from where we have to calculate, sir. The coordinates where we have to calculate. I calculate in the direction I'm saying absolute. Absolute means what it is doing, sir. Every measurement is taking from the starting of the browser. Every measurement is taking from the starting of the browser point or starting of your container tag. If you have any separate container, container edge onwards, it's calculating the measurements. If you don't have any container separately, body tag edge onwards, it is going to calculate it. Body tag edge, it is going to calculate it. Animation settings done, sir. Once you refresh the page, I already said exactly same place not comes, roughly in the same place only it will comes, I said. So first place, second place, third place. Next, but what is this timing, sir? But for these directions, animation playing total time required the 10 seconds. We already said that is the 10 seconds, right? 10 seconds total time. The percentage is splitter, sir, intervals, or you can also say as a break points. When a cricket matches, so the innings break is comes like that. Those are the break points. First break point after 20% of the total duration. Second break point after 40% of the total duration. Third break point at the 60% of the total duration of animation. And the last break point is the 100% end of the over. Like as our test matches, sir. Like as test matches. So already image available in one place, sir. From that place to the first point moving it 20%. Image actually existing place somewhere it is available somewhere. From that place to first point moving it 20%. In 10 seconds to 20% into how much, sir? 2 seconds. So current original position of the image to first point moving 2 seconds. First point to second point moving, sir. First point to second point moving. 45% అన్నారు, that is nothing but at 2.5 seconds. 45% అంటే మళ్ళీ not 4.5 sir. 45% the second break point. Already 2 seconds completed together. This is 2.5 seconds. And up to this 45 seconds completed. Well, again, second point to third point moving is there, na, sir. That is 60%. 60% and already 45 completed together here. Here already 45 completed. So this is 60%. 60% in the sense 1.5 second. 1.5 second. But third point to fourth point is there, na, sir, here. For this 100 point. The balance how much available, sir? 4 seconds. Balance is 4 seconds. So this is animation interval calculation, sir. Animation interval, a percentage's meaning is, that is the meaning. So total duration 10 seconds. The 10 seconds we are going to splitting into number of pieces. The animation starting points are 2 seconds first break, 45% to second break, 60% to third break, 100% to fourth break. 100% is fourth break. Break point, those all are. So first break this is second break, this is third break, and this is fourth break. So first break when, sir? 2 seconds. Second break when, sir? 45%, 2.5 seconds. And third break, sir, 60% together, the 1.5. Next one, fourth one, 4 seconds. But if you add all these things, that must be equals to 10 seconds compulsory. That must be equals to 10 second compulsory. The starting point to first point to duration 2 seconds. First point to second point duration 2.5 seconds. Second point to third point duration 1.5 seconds. Third point to fourth point duration and ending of the animation 4 seconds. So one place to another place moving, how much time we are spending, that is called as this intervals. So what is the minimum interval, sir? 0. The maximum interval, sir? 100%, sir. Minimum is 0, maximum is the 100%. Balance of fourth one, sir. There are two already. 2.4, 4.5, the 2.5 together. Sorry, okay. As per this percentage is calculated. Starting to the original image already available, yes, sir. Our original image to this 5 to 5 pixels moving 2 seconds time required. Original image location to moving of this one 2 seconds time. From this point to this point moving 2.5 seconds. And again this point to this point moving again 2.5 seconds. Because 45 minus 60% together 2.5 seconds. And this one to the end of the animation, how much? 3.5 one. Yeah. In the 4 రావాలి కదా. 1.5, sorry. This is 1.5. And this last one is the 4. Last one is the 4. So 2 plus 2.5 plus 1.5 plus 4 seconds. Total should be 10 seconds. Why exactly 10 seconds, sir? This is my animation. A percentages, if you take another model, sir, see that one. This is 0. This is 40 or 30. So this is 60 and this is 100, sir. What happens, sir? Image to actual place to first point to 0 seconds. First place to second point to 3 seconds. Second place to third point to 3 seconds. Third point to fourth point to 4 seconds. See that one, refresh. So one time animation completed, sir, and stored also restored with the previous places. Animation percentages your interest, sir. Left coordinate, right coordinate, sir. Margins, left margin or top margin. They adjusted the positions. With the same direction, we have to move it, sir. No, no, sir. You can go for your own directions. Roughly, I given these directions. If you are not interested in these directions, you can go for your own directions. No problem. Based on your imagination, based on your assumptions. But now this animation playing only once only, sir. Then you can write animation iteration count infinity. Write the animation iteration count infinity. If you are interested, you can write iteration count infinity. So endless animation is going to perform infinite. Continuously playing that one. There is no ending, sir. Continuously it is going to playing that one. So from point to 2.2 and this one. 4 points allowed us, sir. We can go for number of points, sir. We can go for any number of points. There is no problem. Suppose this one reduced to 80% and write one more point. Zero minimum, sir. Maximum 100, sir. And 100 points you can specify. You can mention 100 points. There is no problem. So 100 points together. I'll again write one more coordinate. Left coordinate 50% to top coordinate 50%. I tried, sir. What happens, we'll see. That is 5 coordinates. I got 50 coordinates also you can write. Not 50 coordinates also you can write. No objections. The left coordinate 50 and half of the your web page width, sir. Top coordinate 50 and half of the your web page height. This is half of the web page width and this is the half of the web page height. And the next and the last one, sir. For two coordinates, we have to increase it, sir. Two coordinates not interested, I think you can write only one coordinate, sir. If you are not interested two coordinates, write only one coordinate. That is not a problem. Suppose left coordinate 1 pixel, top coordinate also 1 pixel. This is 0 point, starting point. Ending point, you can take the 100% here. So left coordinate to 1200 pixel, left coordinate 1200 pixel, and top coordinate as is 1 pixel. But only horizontally moving your image. Your image was moving only horizontally now. Check it. Horizontally, left edge to right edge, it's moving. Horizontally, left edge to right edge, it's moving. If I increase only top coordinates, vertically it is moving. If I increase only top coordinate, vertically only it is moving. Left 1 pixel, top 700 pixels. Previously, we changed both measurements. Randomly, it's moving here. Not only horizontal, not only vertical. Randomly it is moving because both coordinates we changed. We changed in the both coordinates. So while rotating of the image like that, we can apply the predefined options as sir. Yes, sir. Why can't do one thing? ఇక్కడ transform is available కదా. Transform, rotate 360 degrees. Transform, rotate 360 degrees. Image rotating, sir. Image rotating at the same time. Image rotating at the same time. Sorry, image moving. Image moving at the same time. It is rotating also. Moving plus rotation both happens at the same time. Our own property plus predefined property both we use it. This is combinations predefined plus our own. Actually, in this time, you are moving only 2 points together, sir. You are moving only 2 points together. In this 2 points place, 0% 100% is waste, sir. Instead of that one, better go for the from and to. The waste process, together 0 100%. From and to is best. The starting point of animation, this is ending point of animation. That is very good. Instead of 100 and 200%. Multiple animations available, then only write the 100 to 200 to 50, 100 something. Only from 2 points, this is more enough for us. Hmm? And next one, marquee tag available, sir, in HTML. Sir, in HTML, we have one marquee tag also, right? But marquee tag used for rotating of the text or anything. Any HTML tag, we can rotate from left to right to top to bottom like this, right? But marquee tag, it's an outdated tag, sir. A marquee tag alternative, you can utilize these things. For alternative of the marquee tags, we can use these things. Marquee tag, old concept and outdated concept. So better don't use the marquee tags, sir. Instead of that, write your own animations like this. This is also scrolling, sir. It is also scrolling. Hmm? See, I'll show the one small thing. So I'm writing one keyframe, sir. L to T. L to T in the sense left to right. Sorry, left to right. It's moving the text from left side to right side, left to right to left side to right side. So what happening, sir? From point, left coordinate. Let me mark you tag is there no scrolling of the text. That is I'm showing with our own animations. So better stop the uses of the mark you tag because it's outdated tag, sir. Write your own animation like this. Mark you tag to compare to your own animations, more options available. You know, mark you tag diagonally can't move as a mark you tag your own directions you can't move, but animations we can move in any direction in any operation. So left one pixel I'm taking here, left, and a top margin. So 5 pixels I'm taking here. This is the front point, and the 2 points are so left. So left I'm taking some 1000 pixels, sir. Left. Top as is 5 pixels. Top as is 5 pixels. This is the keyframe. Left to right moving we developed here. Hmm. This one is mapping to, sir. This one I'm mapping to one H1 tag, sir. This one I'm mapping to one H1 tag. That H1 tag placed inside the division tag. As general processor, every tag we have to place inside the division. So what is the H1 tag, sir? Write something message. Write something message. Map it. H1 tag, no, just map it with ID. With ID. Because three tags I'm taking total, we can't write that directly H1 because three tags I'm taking, three H1 tags, three H1 tags are three separate animations. So I'm going to using the ID selector. Animation names are animation name I'm going to apply. What is our animation name? LTR, left to right. Animation name is LTR, left to right. Then map here H1. So go and check this. So sorry, animation duration missing. 5 seconds I'm taking here. I just applied up to 1000 pixels only, sir. So there it is going to stopping. If you are in, if you want to move to the ending, we can write the 13 pixels. This is the scrolling, one time scrolling, one time scrolling. I need continuous scrolling, sir. If you need continuous scrolling, write the animation iteration count. The continuously I want to scroll the same text, sir. Write the infinitive. You're continuously it is scrolling. Completed. Well, again coming to left, restarting that animation. Again coming to the left, restarting of that animation. How much time you open this space, that much of time it is going to doing like this. A little bit faster. So get down. But same style, design the one more in reverse order, sir. Same style, design one more in the reverse order. Right to left also will get it. Just reverse this one, we'll get the right to left also. Take one more thing, RTL, right to left. I'll try to one more. So this is the last program and the last topic, sir. 5 to 10 minutes, we'll stop the session. Topic also completed. Your hostel today chicken, please complete. Mhm. Your hostel today never chicken only, sir. Today actually my daughter's birthday, sir. But still I'm taking classes together, sir. Today evening we have the function in my home also. They are busy with the function preparations, but I'm conducting the sessions. So that is meaning. Sunday na festival are no important. Class is class. They're scolding also, you know, na? They're scolding me also. Every 5 minutes, 10 minutes coming to my room and seeing my face, they're scolding and going away. Hmm? Please na, why you are taking class today? So now we can design the reverse order, sir. One more animation here. RTL, RTL, right to left, right to left. Just change these two. Write the to this one and write the from this one. Placement not important, meaning important. The first from only we have to write, sir. Next to only we have to write, sir. No, no, no. That rule's not available, sir. That rule's not available. So this is from point and this is the to point. So take the one more H1 tag, one more H1 tag, map the second animation here. Mark you tag alternative I'm showing, sir, because so many students they're using mark you tag still in their programs or practicing examples. So if you have not explained this point, you are still continuing the mark you only. Finally, who said this mark you tag? And Shivakumar said, and but I never explained the mark you tag. I never explained the mark you tag. Now take the another H1 tag, sir. I'll make the small change here. We'll take our institute name only. And the second part, I'm going to taking some Amirpet. So map to H2. Mapping done already. H2, RTL, 5 seconds, infinitive count. So one left to right moving, another one right to left moving, sir. But both are clashing because it's moving on the same line. Both are moving on the same line. Why, sir? And one positions problem. Both we given the top 5 pixels together. That is the problem, positions problem. Just try to adjust the few things. First one 5 pixels moving at the second one we can go for 35 pixels. Getting down, sir. Getting down.